Hey guys, Figurecraft here. We're back. Sorry about all that. I'm pretty sure you saw in the last video the arm snapped. Yeah, it snapped. So, I've looked it over. And this right here is the damage that's been done. The screw stripped out right here in the plastic. And that right there has been damaged. And then I got another picture here that I took of it, where I slowly fed his arm out of his sleeve. And you can see right here the damage that's been done. The plastic cracked, the screw stripped out. So that is rather unfortunate, and I'm not gonna lie, it sucks and really ticks me off, but I can't do nothing about it. So I'm gonna slowly look into getting a replacement body for him, but not by medicom. I'm gonna look into the Fison bodies, if I can get him a Fison body that will work for this figure. And then I'll probably do another video at a later date once I figure out that. But for now, I am still going to show some stuff, but I won't be going over any more articulation. I don't want that to happen with the second arm or the legs for a fact. These medicom bodies are fragile. But yeah, that is unfortunate that happened. So the next thing we'll be going over is the little poncho right here. So let me just get it out of the pack. I am sorry this happened. I really had a whole lot of plans for this figure and going over all kinds of articulation, but I don't have no control over that. This right here, there's a piece of wire in here, inside of the end of the hood. You can see that you can bend it. There's a piece of wire that goes all the way around here. It's held together by Velcro. Just unsnaps, and there's a piece of wire all the way in here where you can bend it and morph it. So we'll work on getting this on Link's head, and I'll show you that. But you gotta slowly feed his bangs, or not his bangs, but his sideburns. Feed his sideburns out slowly. Turn him around here, and then slowly bend this down. It really doesn't work too good with all the weapons on his back. This is mainly for if he ain't holding any weapons on his back. But you can see there's that arm. But you can see there's the Link figure with the poncho on his head. Looks exactly like the one that he's got in the game. I think you get that thing from Kakariko Village, if I remember correctly. But there's his poncho. And like I said, it's Velcro. Just has a little Velcro snap. But yeah, you get that. Next up, I'll be showing him with the shield and sword in his hand before I put the stuff on his back. Once I put the stuff on his back, that'll be the final part of this video. Like I said, I don't want to go over too much more because of the breakage. I don't want to risk breaking anything else. But for starters, we need the sword holding hand. And then the Traveler's broadsword. Now the pommel at the end of this sword comes off like that, and it's on a channel. So the pommel comes off, and then you just slide the soldier's broadsword into the hand, like so. Just turn this around, and then we'll work on the broken arm over here right fast. Just sitting down here a minute. Even knowing his arm did break, his clothes are so tight that his arm is staying on. So thankfully for that. So I could actually put him in a pose. And even though his arm's broke, he will still hold the pose. He just won't be able to hold his sword straight up in the air. That's the only thing he won't be able to do right now. And then we'll work on getting the shield. So, over here, grab that, pull that out. Now the shield works the same way, just like the Skyward Sword. You pull this off. One of these pieces right here comes apart. So you go ahead and you slide that into the hand. And you just pop that little part back on. Then you pop it onto the shield. Like so. And then you find the slot in his arm. And then you insert it. And then you have Link get it situated correctly. Turn his head here a bit. You have Link holding his Traveler's broadsword and Traveler's shield. And we'll go over the rest of the stuff back here. Now I'll show you the reason for this bread tie, which is sometimes fiddly process, but I trust this more than I do that clamp like I told you about that peels the paint off the bow and arrow. So first up we take the bow. We insert it where it goes. Right there on that clamp, but don't clamp it. Then you use the bread tie. Let me make sure that that's behind. Like that. Get it situated. And then slowly work your way around it. And then you twist it. And there you go. Now the bread tie has it and that clamp really don't have it. That way you don't scrape the paint. So you got that on his back now. Next up is his quiver. You got two hooks here. This is sometimes a little bit fiddly process, but it clamps. Those two hooks will clamp onto the belt. You just have to take your time with it. So let's move the belt. I guess this is the reason why it's able to be moved. Let me get this arm up a bit, but not too much because I don't want to break it. Okay. Then you just slowly work the quiver onto the belt, and it'll fasten like that. And there's how he holds his quiver. Now with that done, we'll turn him back around. And there's where the problems begin with the, like I said, the belt's too big. You can see it hangs off his belly. The reason being is back here, you can see the pouches are bumping the sheath. So that's the reason for that. We'll put Link's hand over here a minute, like that. We'll work on giving him the Sheikah slate. And then we'll put that down. So he has that now. Alright. Now I'll do a, let me turn this light off here a bit. Now we'll do a spin. So here's Link with the Sheikah slate, the quiver, the bow on his back. We'll do another thing right here real fast because I forgot. The arrows, they just insert into the quiver. There is nothing that locks them or holds them in. They basically just sit in there. And the last one, there you go. So that right there is how it looks with the arrows in. You can see there's nothing in there holding them. They just slide in. So that's what he looks like that. Now one last thing that I'll go over is how to get the shield and sword on his back, and that'll be the last thing that we do. So let me just work on getting the shield back off of him. Let's just pull that. That came loose, that's okay. That came off. Link. Alright. We'll give him his relaxed hand back. Like I said though, it is rather unfortunate that mine broke, but it is what it is. Alrighty then, here's this. We'll need the sword, so sorry Link, I gotta take that. And then we'll give you back your hand. I do hate that it broke because this was like my favorite figure of Link. Anyway, we'll get the sword back. Alright. Now the broadsword goes into the sheath and it actually snaps in. Like that. So let's see here. Something looks a little off. Trying to figure out what it is. I see. Okay. The bow, it's off. You can see there, it's going behind the sword. It's not supposed to do that. So, just give me a few seconds here. Let me try to get this sword out. There we go. And there. It's supposed to be more like that. Now for the hardest part that I told y'all about. This is extremely hard to get this on his back. You got to take this off first. And then you got the Traveler's shield blank. This is where this little doodad comes into place. This is a pain in the butt to get on. But I'll try my best to get it on for y'all. So first of all, you need to insert, it's got notches. You can see there. So first of all, you need to insert that one in. And the way this works, this right here feeds behind all of that and then comes around. And you got these notches here too that you got to pay attention to. And on top of that, that piece will eventually come around and it will feed into this handle. And the best way to give you a demonstration of what I mean by that, I'll put this on. You can see there how it's made. This will eventually feed, you know, in the handle, but it'd probably be best if I took the handle off. Then feed this that way, and then, okay. Basically about like that is how it all comes together. And then this right here slides onto the back. So I see what I did wrong. So first this piece goes. This piece does not fasten yet. Okay, there we go. And then I got to take the handle itself off. Okay. Here's how you're supposed to start. So now the fun begins. So first of all, you need to line it up. And you need to feed the shield. This is not an easy task to be done. It is extremely hard. So we'll try that way. This has to feed around the bow and back through the back. So turn it this way. You have to feed this strap through that belt, making sure that everything aligns. This is extremely hard to do, but also making sure that you get it right. But so you got to feed this through under the string, the bowstring, because you don't want to catch the bowstring in there, otherwise it wouldn't look accurate. Now like that. And then you got to look over here and you got to try to locate that part and fasten it. And then If you've got it wrong, it will come out like this. So you can see that's already wrong, because it has to be sideways and it has to be down more. So we failed the first attempt of getting it on. You can see I've got too much of the sheath sticking out. I really don't know why they went this route. It was a whole lot better with the other link, the Skyward Sword one, than this one. But I'll try my best to try to feed it down a bit. I just don't know if I can. Okay, let's see here. I see the problem. Alright, I fed it through the wrong belt. I gotta go lower. So, and like I said, the fun part is trying to get this thing back off his back, because you want to be very careful with that belt and not rip it from his back. I am really not a huge fan of the way they designed this. This is probably another reason why they designed the loose belts. But you can see now I'm hung up. I can't get it out. So I'm going to have to let the shield hang there while I try to feed this thing out. Okay, got it. So let's try going lower. So once again, through the bow, through the bottom belt here. Oh Lord. You can see how fiddly this is. Not a big fan of this design. I would have rathered it to be like a quick fastener like the Skyward Sword one. Not this piece of crap. Ugh. I mean, this figure had so much potential, but when it came out, it wasn't exactly what they advertised, if you know what I mean. It was more like a false advertisement. I mean, I was head over heels for this figure when it came out. But once I got it in hand, all that quickly changed. I hope that I can find a replacement body for him and fix the mistake of his arm breaking. So let me see if I got it now. Okay, that looks about right. We just got to turn the shield a bit, if it will. I'm not fooling with it. It ain't not wanting to turn. I don't want to fool with it, but anyway, I got it the best I can get it. But you can see there, now the shield is on the right way. It's just not turned crooked like it's supposed to be in the art. If you want this shield to go crooked like it's supposed to be in the art, this is a very, very fiddly figure to do it. Because you have so many things that the shield can get caught on. Like right here, the reason why it ain't turning, I'm getting caught on the bow right there. Right there, I'm caught on that bow metal piece. That's why the shield ain't turning sideways. Now if I try to pull it up a bit from there and then turn it, it tries, but it still goes back to not looking correct. So if you want it to look correct, you really have to fiddle with it. Because I'm not going to lie to you, that drives me crazy, the shield not looking right. With my figures, it has to look 100% right. I'm just that way. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put the arrows back in his quiver. We got him partially the way I wanted him. But there he is with the arrows in his quiver. Here he is from this view. Let me get his Sheikah slate back on. It fell off. Yeah, once I got this figure, it amazed me of how this Sheikah slate stays on Link in the game. Because this is how he holds the Sheikah slate in the game. Just them two hooks hanging it on his side. But there's the Sheikah slate. There's the Link. But there you have it. Let me just fix Link's head. Get him looking straight. And there we go. He's all suited up now to leave the Great Plateau. Of course, you know, he never did have much of this stuff. You could get the Traveler's Broadsword on the Great Plateau, the Traveler's Bow, the Traveler's Shield. So, yeah, you actually could get all that stuff. Never mind, you could actually get all that stuff on the Great Plateau. Then the arrows, you could get those. You just couldn't get the tunic, the Champion's Tunic. That's what you could not get. But, you know, when they had it at E3 2006, the demo, where people went and played the demo, you had the blue tunic. You had two files where you could play where you ain't got the blue tunic, and then you had another file you could play where you had the blue tunic. I didn't get a chance to go to the E3, but I've watched plenty of videos on YouTube. And then here's all of his little accessories he comes with. His switchable hands are in the pack over here beside me. His switchable head. Anyway, this is the figure. But I think I showed what all I wanted to show, or what all I could show, I should say. But I am very sorry that the figure, you know, broke and I couldn't show off what I wanted to. It is very unfortunate that this happened. But hopefully you all understand. And I will be looking into getting a Bison body if I can for this figure, if it works for medicoms. And trying to figure out how to get this fixed. I just got to figure out how to, you know, undo the belts without ripping the belts. If any of y'all have any pointers on that, please let me know. I've never taken a medicom figure apart before, but I know some people has. And if you are one of the ones that has that's watching this video, if you know how to get the belt off without damaging it, please let me know. But until my next video, you all have a blessed one. And I redone my cabinet over there. You can see I got 8 figures now at the top shelf. And then I got plenty of shelf down there. Red 13's down there. Then down there's my cloud that goes on the Fenrir and Noctis. I finally got the payment taken out. They took it out last night. They delayed me because they saw some unfortunate delays on the next shipment for my boat parts. But they finally took out the payment last night, so now I'm just waiting for them to ship the parts, and then we'll be going over the Agora Models Titanic Box 2 when it comes in the mail. I'm still waiting on that. But until then, you all have a blessed one, and I will see you guys in my next video. I'm not sure what we'll be going over next. I'll have to figure that out, because this right here is all my Zelda figures. He was my last one. But until then, you all have a blessed one, and goodbye.